Okay, we've got some admittedly pretty strong Pokemon on my side, and they also have a pretty strong Pokemon over there. Muk, we've got Raticate, Rhydon. That's not going to be a good idea for this Pokemon. Neither is Moltres. I think the best solution is actually Staryu. I don't want to get hit with Body Slam right on cue. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get critical hitted. And I'm kind of sad, but I've been in worse situations before. Let's go for a Thunder Wave. Oh, they must have Thunderbolt. Oh, but I'm going to live because Staryu has a lot of special. So now we're going to be cringe and we're going to go for Recover. And they're going to go for... Alright, they're really trying to play this out. Well, here's the thing, guys. I think it's going to go well for me. So I'm going to stick with my guns here, my metaphorical guns. It didn't go very well for me. Okay. Let's see what we got now. We got, well, by the way, that was one of my strongest Pokemon. It's just gone. It's gone forever. Well, I mean, if I weaken that thing, I might have been able to kill with Rock Slide. Okay. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry for leading you on like that. Let's do, Sludge. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. I'm proud of you, Muk. Hey, what's Muk spelled backwards? That's right, it's Arbok. Let's see how much that does. Well, Lapras does have quite a bit of HP, so after the 2 Blizzards... Okay, I'll go for one more in case, you know, they decide they... Okay, we got a crit, that's what I was going to say. They decide they want to actually start taking the game seriously and start killing the opponent. Let's go for another... Wait, how much did Sludge do? It did 22. 22, you stupid. Maybe I should just go for another Sludge. Wait, okay, Sludge is... Yeah, okay, it does do slightly more than Body Slam would. Nice roll. They're going to get paralyzed. I don't feel bad. Let's steal their health. Okay, Muk kind of looking like an S+ tier Pokemon until the Nidoking shows up. Let's swap into Moltres because I know this Pokemon does not have Rock Slide. Wait a second. It might have Rock Slide. I've been playing Gen 3, so things are kind of confusing. I don't think it has Rock Slide. I'm going to go for Fire Blast. They stayed in. Why did they go? Okay, I got a crit. They have Rock Slide. They have Rock Slide. They have Rock Slide. They have Rock Slide. Thankfully, it did not do much damage, and I can't believe that thing has Rock Slide. By the way, that first crit totally mattered. I should not have come out on top of that exchange. Alright, we've got the Chameleon, and I have a Pokemon who is slower than the Chameleon. But it's okay. You want to know why? Because I've got somebody just for this situation at hand. Body Slam, that's going to do a whopping 7. Are you proud of yourself? Hey, wait. I'm going to go for Substitute. I just think you're going to bring in some kind of funny Pokemon right now. I mean, you could stay in. If you stay in... Wait, he might stay in. Maybe this guy might be a Savage. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm a coward. I'm going to go for Earthquake. And if you bring in one of the 3 normal types, flying people, guys, what am I trying to say? Literally the only flying type you could bring in right now that could pose any threat. Okay, 2 flying types that I can think of off the old noggin is Gyarados and Arctic Dose. And I don't think you have either one because there's like 146 Pokemon in this format. You got 3 hidden. I mean, what are the chances of that, right? They're thinking really hard. They're thinking, oh, do I go for Submission and die? Do I go for Fire Blast and maybe burn this guy and then die shortly after? Or do I switch into my Pidgey? I don't know. Pidgey's looking kind of strong. Oh, God, he has... that's not as bad as Gyarados, but this is one of the few times where it's kind of annoying because he does have Mega Drain. You gotta remember that. Bro has Mega Drain. That's 4 times effective to Rhydon. So I should probably respect that. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna go into Muk. Muk does not care what this guy has to do. Mega Drain, Confuse Ray, Double Edge, Hyper... Okay, maybe I do care, but okay, Mega Drain's gonna do with a crit 9. That crit definitely matters. I'm gonna go for Explosion. Somebody's gonna die. I have 235 attack. Say your prayers. I hope it's this thing. If I can get rid of this guy, I think Rhydon will be looking pretty strong. Assuming they don't have like a water type. I mean, they could. They could have just simply brought in Golbat to get some use out of that thing. I guess we'll find out momentarily. Yes, but it looks like they don't... Oh, they're playing the casino, huh? Alright, I'll give that one to you, but I don't think a Hyper Beam will kill me even after that confusion. A Double Edge. Okay, yeah, Hyper Beam would not have killed me, but don't worry, guys. Muk tumbled. That snowballed down the mountain of the tier list. He had a free kill. I mean, he didn't feel like doing anything. And I don't really want to switch just because I think, I don't think Muk's going to be outspeeding anyone. So we're going to die, which is really cool. And, he definitely has Hyper Beam as his last move. This is, not cool. I lied. I'm not having a good time. Because my Moltres is hurt enough where Hyper Beam will probably unalive me. So I guess I'm going to go into my Raticate now or something like that. Let's go for Blizzard. This might not be enough though. But I could freeze somebody. I see a lot of freezes. Wait. But I miss Blizzard all the time. Oh. No, it won't happen. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen, right? You know, I'm thinking back, and I really should have went for Rock Slide on that Charmeleon, Chameleon, whatever. I'm the Chameleon! That's a reference to some show, and it's called, God. I didn't actually watch the show. I think it's called Tough Puppy. There's a chameleon, and what the chameleon says is, I'm the chameleon. It's actually pretty genius if you think about it. How many of you could have came up with something that intelligent? Exactly. Probably maybe 2 of you. Blizzard is gonna do some pretty sad damage. However, they went for Confuse Ray. So, Super Fang would have actually have done more. I'm going to go into Rhydon expecting Double Edge. That's not going to do anything. He's going to take recoil damage. I'm expecting Mega Drain and or Confuse Ray on a predicted switch. I'm going to go back to Raticate. He's going to confuse me. Oh boy. Alright. Let's just gamble it. I don't think actually Hyper Beam might kill this guy, but I could miss. That is a chance I could miss. You know, I'm not going to miss. I'm going to break through and boom! And he lived. What? The crit. Or at least he unalived himself. I would have preferred to not take, you know, 60. Right, I'm stuck. I can't move. I'm treading through molasses and I have to recharge. And he paralyzed me. So in other words, I'm basically dead. So now I'm going to get the Parafusion treatment of Generation 1. I didn't even know this existed. Whatever. I'm going to go for Hyper Beam. Wait, no. Super Fang, yes. Yes, breakthrough. Confusion ended. Yay! Yeah. Oh god, this is a really good game. I miss Super Fang. Cool, yeah, and 50% on this really tanky Pokemon. That probably would have helped. What the heck was that? I think I just heard a stray cat outside meowing. My god, this is like paranormal activity level stuff. Back to the battle. I guess I'm gonna go into Moltres and probably die, in all honesty, to a whatever it's called. No, yeah, we are gonna lose. We're definitely gonna lose unless I get a crit right here. No, we're gonna lose. They paralyzed me. I'm not even really sure why. I'm gonna go for Hyper Beam in case they want to bring in that Charmeleon. I'm dead anyway, so it doesn't even matter. And I need a critical hit with my Abra. Just think, Raticate, what if you actually... Why does my Abra have counter? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to be clicking anything else anyway. Let's just be honest here. Special drop. Okay, yeah, you're dead. Goodbye. Have a nice day. It doesn't matter. We still could lose. I don't know why they swapped into that like that. I know you could live, but like... I guess they really want to hold on to Clefairy for Rhydon, but I think I'm just going to die to a Blizzard. I'm pretty sure Rhydon cannot survive that. Thanks to that blasted Golbat doing the damage that it did. I might be able to at full. Oh, it's just an Eevee. Wait a second. Did you just throw? I think you threw, because now obviously I wall that with Rhydon. I'm going to get paralyzed, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to go for Earthquake now. They're going to go for Sand Attack. Okay, well, I'm going to connect that. Let's go for another... Wait. Ooh, he might be swapping into... Yeah, if I miss this or get paralyzed... If they swap, I could be in some trouble. Because then they could paralyze me, and then, you know... And then cringe is going to happen. I'll definitely die to a blizzard, though. I mean, if I was them, I would just swap and then kill it with blizzard, and then Eevee should be able to defeat my my Abra. But then again, if I simply land an Earthquake on either one's fine. If I land an Earthquake, but I could also go for Substitute. No, that doesn't really... Because if they stay in, Sub is an awesome play, but if they... Well, I mean, I guess I'll be in the... I'll go for Sub. That's... Wow, they actually are doing this. Okay, well... I'm at my Earthquake has a... okay, I don't really understand the math here. I would think that 0.5 times 100 is 50, but my Earthquake is actually about 60 accuracy. So, and we know that they can't break my Sub, which is kind of why I did that. It's just kind of annoying that I, you know, got half my accuracy dropped and I'm paralyzed and stuff. I'm more so annoyed by the paralysis, actually. But yeah, I think all I need is one Earthquake to connect on either one, and I think we're chilling. I really don't think they expected a substitute. They're kind of... I just sort of stopped them in their tracks, and they're having an epiphany in their mind right now. What did I do? Yeah, I think they definitely... I don't even remember exactly how this order went, but they should not have brought in Chameleon. They actually should have brought in Eevee first over the Chameleon. Because Eevee can't... Saving Eevee was not the play because it can't do anything to Rhydon. Why? He's going for Sand Attack of all things. So now he's, I mean... He could still win if I get really, really unlucky, but I think I'm in the driver's seat right now. I think his best play is to bring in the Clefairy and then just dodge a few Earthquakes or me get paralyzed or whatever and then go for Blizzard. But I could also just simply swap into my Abra when he goes for that Blizzard and then I won't take any damage. And then, oh, no, there's, never mind. Now that I'm really thinking about this, I've got a whole web, a whole food web of plays that could happen in my mind right now. There is definitely a chance they could win. There is. There's a lot of hacks left and right. But, like I said, if I just simply connect one Earthquake, that will eliminate most of the chance left for me to lose this battle. My opponent's thinking very long and hard. They literally have 30 seconds. They've been marinating on this thought for, like, yeah, about... No, probably over 2 minutes. They have 15 seconds left. No, they're gonna make a play. 10. No, they're not fooling me. They didn't just leave. They're gonna do something. 5. They have 5 seconds left. You have... Okay, they literally lost. Okay, so I don't know if they just rage quit or whatever, but they literally could have won that battle. Like I just said, you swap into Clefairy. You kind of have to hope you dodge some Earthquakes or me get paralyzed. You go for Blizzard, you break the Sub. And then, depending on if you get hit by another one or not, then you can go for a Blizzard or a T-Wave on the predicted Abra, blah, 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 blah. They really needed... They didn't... What they didn't need was Eevee in the end because of my Rhydon, is the whole point. Yeah. So, I think that's enough rambling for now. And I'm going to call it for now. I think I'm going to do one more battle, but not in this video because I want some food. And I like food. And if you don't eat food, you know what happens? You end up like Staryu. You just get critical hit a lot. See you later.